So just go into override rotation, the B value, and flip that to 0 degrees, or if it's already 0,
Wait.
90.
You sent an invitation to. Okay, there we go.
To a live stream.
Right.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and change.
Right, but I'm not watching it on my PlayStation.
Yes, please. I don't care. I don't care. Don't matter. Just so people can view it. Thank you, sir.
Type world heading, correct?
Yeah, so if you have the stream pulled up, you're saying when you pick up the building block, it's vertical?
Yeah. When I scroll over to it in the first place.
Okay.
Okay. Say something so I can mark the time on the video so we know.
It's like 10 seconds. It's like a 10-second delay.
When I scroll over to it first place. Okay. Say something so I can mark the time on the video so we know. It's like 10 seconds. Where I'm at. It's like a 10-second delay. Scroll over to first place. Jesse? Say something so I can mark the time on the video so we know. Jesse? 15 seconds.
Okay.
I'm turning the volume
I'm just
down.
going to angle this for a little banked piece.
Okay, so put yourself in my problem, please.
Okay.
Can I screenshot this? Why can't I? Of course I can. Okay. All right, so let me send this screenshot to you to show you exactly, make sure who knows if I'm using the correct terminology here. All right, there you go. Oh wait, it just flipped sideways when I zoomed my camera out backwards. Never mind. No, it's back to being vertical again. Now it's sideways, now it's vertical. Is that because my elevation is too low? Okay, now it's flat again. Was that why? Because of the elevation?
Maybe. I mean, I've never really heard of a prop kind of flipping up like that.
Did you see the picture yet? Or?
I did not. No, I don't want to go off the screen now that I'm broadcasting.
Okay. All right, so you started broadcasting after you were already fucking with that sign. You have to watch my language on the broadcast?
Fuck no, we're adults. Say what the fuck you want to.
Thank you. I'm glad.
What is this, a family show or something?
I don't know. If I had to watch my language, the FCC is going to be calling you.
5 and 3. Alright, so I'm going to make this first one like 5 degrees. Looks like it's going to be 85 because it's going the opposite way. And then I'll do the other one 2 degrees, I guess. 3 degrees. I'll do it 3. So it'll be like a 3 to 5 progressive banking kind of thing. Not really. Yeah, I guess it'll work.
Right at 10-second laps. That's perfect. Okay, so now do I worry about actually placing the race surface, or should I place the secondary checkpoint and get that out of the way?
The secondary checkpoint, you can do that at the end of the race, very end of the build.
Oh, okay. So then
Once
I
you get your
should do.
distance right, then I would go to straightaway. So I'll kind of just do something really quick here. I was trying
Okay,
to.
so I'll wait for you to get. So I have my surface down, and I have a distance that I wanna that I like. So the next thing to do is when I'll wait for you. Basically, I have what you have there as far as the surface going around the building. So should I remove the checkpoints? Because it looks like you don't have any checkpoints.
No, I mean it's good to leave them there as kind of like a reference.
Is a guide? Okay. All right. So then you. All right. I can't read the menu up there on the left on your screen. So when you change menu options, if you'd say it out loud, please. As lame as that is.
You can't see it.
No, I have like my glasses are like 2 years old.
Okay. Well, I'm just in checkpoints right now.
Okay, so the first thing I should do is place the race grid. Okay.
Now let me turn this off now that I'm thinking about it.
Okay. I don't have a grid like you have. I just have the circles.
The what? You don't have a starting grid?
I
Starting grid's the first checkpoint you place.
so I guess I never placed a starting grid.
Well, that's when you go into checkpoints and you have none. That's literally the first thing that pops up.
Okay. Well, I have one. So I have one labeled 1, 2, 3, and then the one that I really didn't place has no. It's just a circle, or like a. That I thought that was the starting grid. So checkpoint.
Starting grid has cars in it.
Okay, this does not. Style. Grid. 1-3, 2-3, 3-3. Oh, there is. Okay. Okay, I was just too far away, and it's black bikes on a black grid. I got it. Okay. So back to details.
That was a 13-second lap there. And hold on, let me check the distance. Distance is 0.27. Yeah.
Okay, it will not let me change the maximum players. What else? What do I need to change? Available vehicles?
Okay, so if you look at the stream, I'm in race details. See how my maximum players, wait for it, 15 seconds later. My maximum player says 30, right? Now,
Yeah.
if I go in here to checkpoints, pick up this start finish line, and I change this to, let's say, 24, right? Now I go back into race details, it's going to show 24. So it's like one overrides the other. If you don't have a starting grid down, then whatever this number, like I'll go in here to delete
Use
all
a different.
checkpoints, right?
Okay, you said you went into checkpoints and you override, or whatever term you use. That is not a choice for me. Use a different term, please.
Okay, so I went into race details. I don't have a checkpoint placed yet. I deleted all of them. My maximum players on race details.
How do I delete all the checkpoints?
Well, you can go into checkpoints, manually scroll over and hit square, or you can go to placement, and the bottom will say delete options, and then delete all checkpoints. So there's 2 ways you can do it.
Manually scroll over it. Tell me how to hit all checkpoints again.
Place it.
Okay.
What up from the bottom? Delete options. Let's say delete all checkpoints.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Delete all checkpoints now. Yes. Okay. So, okay, I have the same as what you have on your screen 15 seconds ago.
Okay. So, yeah, it's been there for a minute. So if I go back into race details, right, and my race details say maximum players 24. When I go to place my checkpoints, which if you have no checkpoints on the race, when you hit checkpoints, it'll automatically by default go into the starting grid. Okay.
Why do you have it on 24 and not 30?
Just to show you whatever this number is, and then you go back into checkpoints, it's only going to give you 24 cars. So you need to make sure in race details that it's set to 30 right now, which it will allow you to change it. Once you place that starting grid for 25 players, you can't go into maximum players and switch it. It's locked on that number. That checkpoint can't be there for you to alter that number.
Okay, so I go maximum players 30, and then
Place your
starting grid size is what? Medium you have it on?
I would say medium, yeah, and then do stunt grid layout no, and then just try to smush them together, like, 5 by 12 will probably work.
Where does it say stunt grid layout?
At the bottom.
Okay. Traffic off. Default vehicle, whatever. I guess I might as well change that to hot ring, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Background, ambient, cares.
I would turn all that shit off. That shit's kind of stupid. Some people don't turn their music off, so they're just going to hear that the whole race. It's going to be fucking annoying.
Oh, that is totally annoying. Do I care about the radio? It's just for the lobby, right?
Yeah, it's just for the lobby. So only people that have music on are going to hear it anyways.
Okay, whatever. So I don't force camera, no. Use stunt camera trigger. I don't care about that.
Doesn't matter, you're not going to have that. I think the only setting, I'll go back to that just so I can kind of walk you through.
Okay.
Let's see, you're at stunt camera trigger, doesn't matter. Disable catch up, I don't do that just to be nice. Give people options. Some people will want to run it with catch up. Ambient pedestrians.
Right, so the language is intentionally confusing, I assume. So instead of saying disable catch up, would I be saying the same thing as that says is, do I want people to be able to use catch up? If my answer is yes, then I choose no in the option, correct?
Exactly, yeah. Ambient pedestrians, always turn them
off. Okay. Path recording options.
Now this is really cool. Let's go into it and I'll walk through it with you.
Okay.
So now you have a lot of options here. Just hit switch camera. It'll take you to your car, right?
Okay.
Make sure you're zoomed all the way out. Down on the D-pad, and then hit path recording options. So now, you're recording. So when you drive,
path recording options. Okay.
And then just drive.
You'll see there's a line.
There's a line from your car. Whenever you want it to stop, you can just hit end recording. You can clear that path, all paths, hide certain paths, cycle through them, and then change your path primary to secondary.
Oh, okay. So
it's just a way. It's really helpful. I mean, it's almost impossible to drive a perfect curve and then match that, like in the form of, pavement or whatever. But I mean, it has its value. You can use that.
So
to,
you
drive
use it as just a mental image of what you were trying to create. You don't actually use it as a template or anything. You never use it at all?
Never once used path recording options. Like I said, it's handy. There's certain like right here. Look, I'll show you. Where's it? Right down here. So let's say we wanted to wall this off down here, okay? Let's say we didn't like this concrete barrier. You'll see it in 15 seconds. It's like an interchange basically, right? So
Yes.
let's say we wanted to
Wait.
get a perfect contour around this wall so that we could, you know, re-wall it better than Rockstar did, which is not going to be very hard to do. We all know that. So I'm just going to softly drive against this wall while I'm path recording, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. End the recording. So now that I've done that, it's going to create this really, really perfect line. And now I can use that line. See, for this, it's especially helpful because there's a gap in the wall right here. If there wasn't a gap in the wall, I would say this is a complete waste of time and you could just fucking use this wall as your reference. But, you know, since it has a gap in the wall, I mean, you could still just use this fucking line right here that represents, you know, the beginning of the wall.
I feel like you're off of a track building 101 lesson and more onto a 202 lesson.
That's fine. So then set blimp text. Let's just go back through the race details. Blimp text, obviously, it's just going to be whatever blimp you have placed. That's what it'll say on it. Custom vehicles, you have open, restricted, off.
Wait, let me catch up with you here. All right. How do I get? Oh, race creator options. Okay.
Race details.
So race details.
So there's custom vehicles. You have open, you have restricted, and you have off. Restricted basically means whatever boxes you have checked in available vehicles per class.
Right.
You can only use that stock or custom. That's it. If it's on open, does not matter. You can bring whatever custom vehicle you have. If it's on off, then it's going to be stock and it'll be limited to whatever is checked off in the creator.
Okay, and if it's unrestricted?
Restricted, it's whatever's checked off as well, but customs or stock.
Okay, so your advice for me is leave it on open.
Yeah, I would say open. Allow vehicle speed boost.
Okay.
We're not really gonna. We're never gonna use this. We're not using the fucking rocket voltic. Award stunt RP bonus. I always set this to yes. I would urge you to do the same, because if let's just say you get wrecked and you do, you know, a quadruple barrel roll, you want the RP
you get points for it.
Yeah,
of course.
And then
all right, change race type. I don't need to worry about that, right?
No, this is just if you want to, you know, if you start creating something and you change your mind, instead of having to go back and create a whole new one, you can just change the type right here.
Okay, scrolling back up, we skipped right over, where'd it go? Stunt camera trigger. That's that stupid shit when you're driving along and all of a sudden you're looking at like a fourth person view of your car, right? I hate that.
Yeah, so I'll actually show you how to do it real quick. I'm gonna put this stunt jump right here. I'm gonna put it like, I don't know, right there, right? So as soon as you hit that checkpoint exiting the first corner, there's gonna be what's called a stunt jump, but you have to place the location that the car will pass through this icon to trigger the stunt jump, in air quotes. And then once they trigger the stunt jump, your second option is to select the camera. Now, the camera can only be so far away, but it is pretty free roam in the way that you can put it on top of a lot of things. Like you can put it on top of like light poles and some other shit. So you have a lot of options, but I'm gonna actually show it to you right now. I'm just gonna put the camera right here and test it, and I think it'll trigger in a test. I'm not sure. Just gonna wait here for a few seconds. Okay, so it actually does not trigger in a test. And you must go and test it online to decide whether or not that stunt jump is feasible.
Okay, well, I don't want to do a stunt camera anyway. I mean, that would be a really pain in the ass to I have a stunt camera on a fucking little tiny fucking track.
Yeah, I just wanted to
Plus
give you a
I
quick
have,
rundown on it. Anything else we missed that you want to go over? Sports camera view, obviously, the self-explanatory.
yeah, I know what that means. Okay, so
Traffic off.
weather, current, time of day. We're using night because we're looking at the lights. Default vehicle, hot rig saver. Default class, obviously sports. Available vehicle, I got that down. Starting grid size.
Medium is probably going to be best for this, unless we have to do like a small glitch, which is not ideal. But if we set it to medium, or I mean to large, we'll get the vans. We'll be able to use that, but I don't think it's going to be feasible because it's going to make the fucking grid so much bigger.
Okay. Race type, laps, route type, laps, race type, standard, maximum players 30, search tags, I can do that later, photo later, description later, title
yeah, you can actually
later.
do search tags on Social Club.
Okay. Okay, so then I'm done with race details. Now I go to placement.
Yeah, if you get in the habit of like doing all the like the description, search tags, if you get everything done in race details, it's nice because when you're done building the track, 100% every prop place, you just hit publish. You know, you don't have to worry about.
Okay.
So it's like leaving the tedious like details for after or for before. You know, it's just kind of personal preference, I'd say.
Well, for the purposes of this live stream, I'll do it after because I want to put some thought into it, so I won't make you wait for that. So
that's a 12-second lap right here in a stock.
Okay.
And I think it's 0.26.
Checkpoint. Okay. Okay, so when I go to place the very first checkpoint, there is a giant circle so that I have to place my starting grid inside the circle, right?
Yes, so what that is, when you place your job trigger, the job trigger is when you first go into a race, you know, where you're selecting your car and where all the people will be gathered in a circle that are in the race. So that when you place that job trigger, it has to be within a certain radius of the starting grid. So you got to keep that in mind. You know, when you're building tracks, you gotta put a lot of forethought into it and just, you know, kind of figure out, hey, where am I going to put the finish line? Where is, you know, the job trigger kind of have to go for this to be even possible, you know?
Okay. So it won't let me change 2x30. So stunt grid layout is on yes. Should that be on no?
Yeah, because if you look at the stream in 15 seconds, when you set it to yes, it puts all 30 in there, and that's like the tightest double file line you can get. But as you can see, that's like, you know, it's pretty damn big.
Okay, yeah.
But when you set it to no, you see it goes way longer here. It's a lot longer when you set it to no. But when you set it to no, then you could go like, you know, 5 wide, and it's wider, but it's a lot shorter.
15 wide, 4 deep. All right, that's stupid. All right, let's go back to what's a good rule of thumb for a track width. You're at, I can't read your number. You're at 4 wide.
It's 5 by 12.
What grid is what? That's 5 by 12. Okay, that's about as wide as our standard tracks.
No, okay. And keep this in mind too. If you place this bastard and you go through all this work and place it here, right? It's nice and perfect, just how you want it. If you pick this checkpoint up and then hit circle, if stunt grid layout says yes, it's going to put it automatically to a stunt grid. So that's really annoying. Just keep that in mind. When you pick it up, you got to make sure it says you're 5 by 12. So I would say, I mean, a normal track width for us, maybe.
Is what, about 3.5 car widths?
I'm thinking
about 4.5.
5x12 is probably right. I'm gonna throw a prop down and kind of see.
Okay. Because obviously the starting grid needs to be smaller than that. Otherwise, you get that thing where it happened to Goose, where the starting grid cars are outside of the fucking track, right? That'd be bad.
Yeah, and that could have happened by accident. He could have just picked it up and.
Oh, yeah, totally. I remember we all had to back out, and he fixed it. Then we started again. Okay, so I have 5x12. I have it on large grid and stunt grid layout. No, and it's going to allow me to place it. So I'm going to go ahead and place it. So now I back out and place the track, or should I place? You're building you put the grid down first. Okay. So I'm going to back out.
Yeah, I'm just putting this reference prop to give you a better answer to your question. 5x12, yeah, I called it right, dude. 5x12, okay. You'll see it in like 15 seconds here. This is the track length, the width that you kind of want to stick to. It's going to be the widest you can get it, and the checkpoint still trigger. Remember, even if we make this starting grid a circular checkpoint, which we will, no problem. I'll teach you how to do it in like 10 seconds. But that circular checkpoint will only be a circular checkpoint on every lap besides the last lap. The last lap, the checkpoint's going to look like this. It's going to be standard. So that being said, let's say people are battling, 3-4 wide for, the win of a 99 lap race. You don't want somebody missing the checkpoint and totally fucking their whole race because you decided to make the track a little too wide, So if you stick with this width, now granted, that means inside the rumble strips, like basically white line to white line type shit.
Right.
That's as wide as you want to make the track. If you make it wider, it's going to have a pinch point. It's going to have a funnel point where you're going to have to get it down to this width, to make it feasible for checkpoint triggering.
Oh, okay. So your advice then is to put down and then not actually place any points after that.
You were cutting out a lot. I'm not sure if it's my side or yours, but you sounded like.
Okay, I'll try it again. Otherwise, I will turn off my controller and reconnect it. Does it change?
Yeah, it sounds better.
Slower. Okay, so I accidentally deleted my race surface, so I'm going back to.
You only have one platform?
No, I had two platforms, but I accidentally deleted one.
Okay.
So then I went ahead and I deleted the other one.
No. You didn't have to. I can teach you a quick fix right here. So I'm just gonna snap this one on, and let's say I deleted the other one, right?
Yeah.
Let's say I just deleted this fucker, which will delete all my checkpoints. Now all I have to do is just snap back onto this, right? Now I snap, prop stacking on, prop snapping on, snap to it, and then I go into advanced options, override position, check the box, uncheck the box. You'll hear it snap again when you uncheck it, and then check the box one more time. And I'll shuffle it this way just to show you that that'll get it exactly the same every time. So
now what do I do if I have it on prop snapping? So I click the prop, but it set up the second square in the wrong direction. I want it to be in the other direction. Do I just manually move
away?
It?
If you move away, it'll unsnap, and then you can flip it around. Sometimes you want to flip it around the way you want it with prop stacking, snapping off, and then turn it on so that it's right next to it,
Okay. So I have prop stacking and, Stacking literally means it'll automatically place the next one. That's what stacking means?
No, stacking means that you can place one prop on top of another or in a close vicinity where the props are touching and they're merging together. On PS3, we never had a prop stacking option. To get props together, we had to do glitches, and it was just overall an unpleasant experience. So That was like the first option I seen when I came to PS4, and it was just quite a large hallelujah moment at that time.
Okay.
So I'm gonna lift this up a little bit. I think, oh, I left it down here for a reason on this side. Never mind. Okay, disregard. I'm just gonna delete this. So I have my thing, my raised stunt track wide straight piece here as a reference for the width. Tell me when you're ready, and I will begin placing the straightaway.
Okay. I'm building an extra wide base this time, and they won't snap together. So, okay, so this is a perfect need for what you just showed me, right? So, back up, go to placement, props, there, boom, I got it, perfect. Cool. I didn't think I was paying attention enough to absorb that lesson.
All right, so let me know when you're ready, and then this next trick is really going to come in handy because...
Okay, I'm ready. Okay, I'm going to place my starting grid, and then I am exactly with you.
Okay, because I deleted all those to show you that little trick. I don't really need
Oh,
them
so
now.
you don't...
Well, yeah,
Okay.
like I already kind of know the general shape, so I'm just going to build my straightaway here, template it, and then swing it around. I never thought of that before. I feel quite stupid for not knowing
Well,
this.
but you're
no,
teaching...
look, we have a reference, right? So when I place the straightaway, I know
what's our
exactly...
reference?
This tells us how wide this straightaway needs to be. I placed it right at the edge here. So we know how wide the straightaway piece needs to be when we place it. Having this reference and knowing that this straightaway is placed perfectly, I'm going to put a container right here, make this a template, and then just swing it around and place it over here, and I already know it's the exact same height that it needs to be.
Perfect. Okay, so teach me how to get to the point. Stop right there. Teach me how to get to the point you're at right now. You went to props, and then stunt. No, you're on...
The props doesn't matter. I'm about to pick up this prop and...
right, but I don't have the template in the corner.
Template? What do you mean? No, you don't need a template yet. Oh, you want to place that down? Right there?
Isn't that how you're going to... You said you're going to put a container down and make a deal, right?
Well, place this prop if you don't have it. The track piece sitting here?
Right. So what category is that in?
Okay, so I'm going to pick it up right now. Whenever prop stacking is off and you hover over a prop, if you see the bottom right, it says X to edit. So you can just pick it up with X. Now, if I drop it back down with circle, which says cancel, it puts it exactly where it was, no harm, no foul. And then, as an added bonus, gives you that same prop. Same exact world heading, same exact color. So this is
right.
Stunt.
Okay, so the category is stunt race track.
And then go down
raised
left.
Or race?
Raised. Stunt, raised.
Raised.
Track, and then go down to type. Go to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So down and into the left. 8.
Called.
Stunt
and what's
track,
in stunt?
straight.
Slope. Tunnel. Fork.
You went right.
U-turn.
Oh, wait.
Well, I did go right at first, and then I went left. I got straight. Okay.
Okay. So, now don't place it. Don't do anything. Now you have your building block on the inside, right? So instead of trying to manipulate this prop and get it exactly lined up with your building block, I'm going to give you a shortcut right now. Go back into props.
Okay.
Prop stacking off.
Okay, prop stacking is off. I still don't have the piece of track that's in the corner right there. Yeah, I don't have.
I'm going to teach you how to get the world heading from your building block in the middle. So pick your building block up, prop stacking off with X, and then hit circle to drop it back down. Now that's going to give you the same exact world heading that you need to line up with this building block, because it is this, it's the same piece, right? So now you just scroll in category to the left to stunt racetrack, and then go down left to the 8, stunt track wide straight. So now you'll have this prop at the same world heading as your building block, so there's no need for you to try to orientate or fuck with it at all. And then
okay, do the last 4 steps, please go back and do them over again, and I'm standing in the middle of my living room so I can read the fucking screen again.
Okay,
so I can read your screen.
Pick up the building block with X. Okay, circle to drop it back down. Let me know when you're there.
Okay, prop placement, props. Okay, it takes me straight to raised stunt platform. Selected prop.
Prop stacking off.
Prop stacking is off. Prop snapping is on.
No, both off. Both off.
Okay. Okay. So now
push your icon down to where it touches the building block, and you'll see whatever prop you have selected disappears. And now to make sure that you're going to select it when you hit X, right? The top left at the bottom of that little menu will say selected prop, block 28 by 48.
Okay, selected prop, block 28 by 48, but yours says stunt building blocks, mine says stunt racetrack on category.
Yeah, that doesn't matter because you're hovering over this building block. Now hit X to pick it up, circle to drop it back down.
And then it switched. Circle to drop it back down. Okay.
And now you're going to switch your category to the left until you get to stunt racetrack, and then go back down in the type to your wide straight piece.
Okay, stunt racetrack, and then what's the wide straight piece called? Is it literally called wide straight?
Stunt track wide straight.
Got it. Okay. And all it shows me is the base because it's placing it, just like you got there. Okay.
Yeah, it's fucking huge. Now see, when I lower down on it, it disappears because prop stacking is off. So make sure you now switch prop stacking back to on. Go to the edge of it.
Stacking ST is in, right?
Yes.
Okay. Snapping SN is off still, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So now you're just going to get it on the edge here, advanced options, override position, click the box, and then you're going to adjust
advanced options, override position, and the Z value is
your height. Now when you're holding left, hold triangle with one finger, like your middle finger, right? And then hold the right stick in, R3, with your thumb, and look at how fast that goes.
You're on local. I should be on local?
Be on local, and then go Z.
Okay, now I'm on Z, and I change it to leave it on off.
For Z, you're just gonna go left and drop it down. Now hold triangle for fast adjust, and then also hold R3, and that fucker will drop quicker than you can stay quicker.
Okay.
So now, once you get it down to where it's right here, you're just going to give it.
Now, how do I know when it's the right height?
Because you're going to see the track. You're going to see the road piece disappear. Once you get that one click and it disappears, give it one click back to the right and make it reappear, and then you're going to be right on top of the surface.
Mine's not going as fast as yours.
Yeah, because I'm holding triangle and R3.
And R3.
Yeah, it's a weird little combo with your hand, but it will drop big drops
holding
like this, like nothing.
So you're holding left on the D-pad, triangle, and R3?
Yeah, I'm using middle finger on my right hand for triangle, and then my thumb
that's way much faster. Much faster. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So get it to where it's one click under the road, and then click it one to the right to get just above the road. You'll see it.
Okay, so one click under the road still shows the rumble strips.
Yep, and then give it one click to the right so that that road will appear, because you need to see the road as reference. And then once you're there, switch to the X value.
Got it. X value.
And then adjust it to where the white line of the before the rumble strip The edge of it on the side facing the rumble strip is right on the edge of your platform there.
Okay.
So that's the picture we're looking at. You should see it right now.
Yep.
Once it's there,
Crap.
place
You know
it.
what? Hey. All right, dude. I gotta take a fucking leak really bad. Hold on.
Okay. We're gonna have a brief intermission while Tony uses the head. I will be back in just a moment. Back.
You know, if that's not an advertisement for having your PlayStation outside, I don't know what is.
What's that?
Taking a piss.
Yeah, because I'm like 4 feet from a tree.
Totally.
Okay, so now that you placed this, right? I just placed
Okay,
this
so how
to
do
show it to
so
you again.
are you just eyeballing it when you're doing the X?
What X?
The X. I'm still on the override position screen. So the X alignment, are you just eyeballing it?
Yeah, you're gonna eyeball it to where this one is off. Eyeball it to where the right edge of that white line is right on the edge of the building block there. So this one needs to be moved over like 4 times.
Oh, okay.
So once you get it there, let me know. Once you place that with X, you will essentially have that same world heading, and then we're going to switch over and place the straightaways.
Okay, I'm placing that now. Plus X. Okay.
So now that it's
now,
over here, it's kind of out of the way. We're going to just switch to stunt set pieces. Go down and to the left 1, and that's your stunt plane runway. Now it does this often between different types of props. It kind of reacts differently with all the alignment types. So what it did is it flipped our prop here 90 degrees.
Okay, stunt set pieces. I don't see it. Stunt racetrack, stunt.
Chop, I'm inviting you to the party right now, man. Welcome to the stream. He said he's trying to work on his own track while I'm doing this. It's kind of hard, so. Yeah.
Plane runway, okay.
Yes. Now, Chop, when you join the party, go into party settings down towards the bottom. It'll say allow your voice to be shared. That way, when you're communicating with us in the party, everyone on the stream could hear it. Okay, so let's move forward here. The stunt plane runway, it clicked us off 90 degrees, right? Now, I could eyeball this and flip it around with L1 and R1, but don't do that. If you have the chance to know the fucking numbers and do a little math and get it perfect, down to the 1,000th of a degree, do that every time. So advanced options,
okay,
override.
Mine's not even 90 degrees. It's all cockeyed.
Okay, if yours
so
is all cockeyed, Hold on.
Yeah.
If yours is all cockeyed, back out of props. Go back in, prop snapping and stacking both off. Pick up that stunt racetrack you displaced, and then circle to drop it back down. And now do you have the world heading right?
How do I know? I go back to props?
No, just when you drop that piece, you're gonna have another one. So if you turn prop stacking back on, you can just line it up right next to it to see if it's right. See how this one in the stream, it's perfect. Same world heading. Okay, so now you know you're perfect. So do not touch L1 and R1. Go over to stunt set pieces, down and to
prop
the left.
snapping SN off, leave stacking on.
Yep, and then go over to stunt set pieces, down and left to the stunt plane runway, and it should be exactly 90 degrees from the last piece you placed.
Yeah.
Okay. So now advanced options, override rotation. Check the box. Now, funny thing is, when you override this rotation, you're going to still be able to move the prop around. So all we're going to do here is go into our Z value and do a little math. So I usually just have my calculator handy on my phone here. So we're going to take, this one's a simple one. You don't need a calculator for it. So 250.199 minus 90 degrees is 160.199. So we're just going to go to the left to 160.199 or whatever yours comes out to be. Just get it exactly 90 degrees. If you got to do the math.
Can I not use your math?
No, because your numbers are going to be different. When you override rotation, where do I get your Z value at?
Override rotation. My Z value.
Alignment world, right?
Override rotation, alignment, sorry, local, alignment world, Z value is 26.222.
26.222 plus 90 degrees.
What was the equation?
It's plus 90, so that's 116.222.
Okay, so I need to back out of there, go to override rotation, go to my Z value again.
Okay, yeah, you should only be in override rotation. Were you pulling that number from override position?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah. Here's a couple things to remember about override position and rotation. Position, you're almost always going to change your alignment immediately to local. Rotation, it's almost always going to stay on world. The only time you're going to switch rotation from world to local is when you're doing the yaw trick to get the walls in, but we'll go over that later. So go into override rotation. What is your Z value at with alignment at world?
0. Wait, well, I fucked with it now, but it was at 0.
So then just go to 90 or go to 270. That's it. Sometimes you got to do the math on the backside. The maximum is 360, so minus 90 will be 270. Okay, so once you have it rotated exactly 90 degrees, now here's where the fun begins. So we're going to go into the X value, and we're going to bank that at either 3 or 357. Whichever way it's flipping the prop. Let me know when you're there.
Okay, I'm getting the 270 still. Fine rotation was something I needed to find. Okay, 270. But my elevation is incorrect.
Okay,
the elevation's not right.
If you still have override position locked in, go and uncheck the box so you're free to move about the cabin. That's what I call it.
Oh, okay. So now I'm gonna go back to rotation, and I'm gonna scroll over, and my elevation is still off. So now I just get it close, and it'll snap in there. No.
No, you're not gonna snap. This is all freehand for this one.
Okay, so
see how I'm centered on the straightaway here?
Okay, so you're not worried about the elevation right now then?
Well, I mean, my elevation is right because I tilted it over 3. Once you tilt it over 3 or 357, whichever way it's flipping it, you'll have this line where it meets the track because, you know, we're slightly banked versus the flat platform underneath. So having that reference prop there, you know, and we're
Okay.
banked a little bit, we could see exactly where we need that edge to be, you know?
Okay, so let me put my X rotation at, wait, is 3 what I want for my flat track?
Yes.
Okay, so it's at 3,
Now,
and let me
is it
change
rotating
my...
it the right way? Because sometimes
I don't know what that
it'll
means.
flip it the other way. Like, see how mine, the high side is on the right?
Mhm.
That's what you want. You don't want the high side on the left.
Okay, I can't... How do you tell? You just eyeballing it again?
Well, just look. You can see there's a hill to the
High
right.
side on the right. I got it. Okay, I
it?
see it now. Okay.
Now,
yeah,
now
see
what
it.
you want to do is try to get this prop centered, like where your straightaway is. See how my center is this building? And then I'm just going to eyeball it to the right where it needs to go. Once it's like really close like that, then all you got to do...
And you're placing on the rumble strips. Where'd the rumble strips go on the left side of your track? I was not looking at that when you.
The rumble strips on the reference prop are just.
Oh, you're underneath it. Okay.
I actually fucked this up.
Right.
Look, if you look at this surface. Oh, okay. Maybe it was just an optical illusion. It looked like it wasn't lined up to me.
Lined up where? Because I don't have a building in the middle of mine, so I drew the line on the track with that race line drawer thing.
Okay. So look, once we get close here, don't move it. Just go into position and lock it in.
Is Chop still in here? Oh, he left.
So let me know once you're here.
Okay, I'm not happy with the elevation of my track, but I'm there where you're at.
Okay, is it elevation high or elevation low?
Currently it's, I guess, high, but I'm not sure how to decide. You know what I mean? And also, the rumble strips aren't disappearing evenly across my track.
Hold on.
You want a screenshot?
No, because once you override position, you can manipulate it like this however you need to get it right where it needs to be.
Okay, so I stay in the road. You're in the position screen.
Yeah,
okay,
I got the rotation all set at 3. I got it kind of set in place, and then lock it in position. Z value.
Okay, so you're on
local.
You're on local. Okay.
And Z.
And Z. Wait, but I need to know what the number is before I switch from world to local, don't I? So no. Z is no. Okay.
No, because your world heading is going to be perfect for this. You don't have to worry about that number.
Okay. So, but as I lower the track, the rumble strips don't disappear evenly. Does that matter? Does that indicate a problem somewhere else? Like you have a clean line right there where you're highlighting there 15 seconds ago. You have a clean line. I do not. I got all freaking, what's the name of that kids game that looks like Atari?
Okay, I got you. In override rotation, your X value is set to 3, right?
Override rotation, X value is 3.000.
And what is your Y value?
0.
Okay.
And the box is still clicked. Should I unclick the box?
No, do not do that, because that will set it back to flat, and every way you manipulate it will be washed away.
Okay. What is the Y value? I don't understand what that is.
Okay, so pitch is X, roll is Y, and Z is world heading, unless you switch alignment to local, and then it becomes yaw. So pitch, roll, world heading by default. So the pitch is going to, give us that banking. Well, actually, I think it's roll in this instance. So these kind of change too, depending on what the prop is. Sometimes X is roll, sometimes Y is roll. So in this instance, we can already tell that X is roll because we're rolling it left to right. You know, pitch would be the left side or right side dipping up and down, right?
Yes, that's what X is currently, the left or right side banking. Y is
show me a picture of what you mean.
Okay.
Brief pause here. He's gonna send me a picture so I can understand what he's going through. Because like when the way you're describing it, sounds like your Y value is not at 0.
Okay. Well, I don't mind if you broadcast my picture just for anyone watching this to fucking might have the same fucking bill.
If I try to go into like PS messages, it'll fucking it'll do that blue screen. I'm gonna have to anyway.
Oh, so you.
So let me go back to that stage. I'll do a little different piece over here.
All right. So I'm sending another picture that I wrote on with my handy dandy Samsung Note 8. They better send me money for that. And does it matter that the lights are not removable if I want my track to be outside of those lights?
Yes, but also keep in mind that you want your track to be outside those lights enough for them not to be a problem. You know, think of the worst that can happen, somebody getting pushed out there, you know, and it being an issue. So before I go over there, I'm going to basically redo this and like walk through it with you again. But let me make sure I get this right. So what we're looking for here when we get to the stage is we want to make sure we're in position, Z value. So we want to get on that line. Now, it's not going perfectly on there. So if you see on the bottom, it says find adjust square. So I'm going to hold square, and I'm going to adjust it 1,000th at a time to make sure it's right on that white line. And now, one thing I was going to teach you earlier, when you're in override position and it's on local, and you have it tilted like this, you know, with a little banking, one of the, in this case, I think it's Y. Y normally moves it like left to right, but since you have it tilted, it's actually going to move it in a slot. So now that we're moving it in the slot, we can see, we can't really see our line at the end, so we can do...
It won't move the... Did I accidentally place this? I think I did. It won't move it.
So once we get to the end here, we can see that, you know, we can't see where our line is, where our rumble strips need to be over here. So we can lower it and then push this out and kind of get that line to match. Like that right there. And then we know that's perfectly in position. We know that this line is going to line up perfectly with this one, okay? So once we know that, then we can lift it up and match the inside rumble strip. And then I'm going to show you the other way that we could have done that too, just so you can kind of see. So I'm going to use the X value. I'm going to hold triangle and R3, and I'm just going to shuffle it on one side. Now for props like this, you want to use triangle and R3 when you're moving it, because that's like an ultra fast adjustment. And this prop is a fucking half mile in length. So props that are big, you know, raised stunt track and all that, you want to use the R3 trick just so you can manipulate it as fast as possible.
Okay, I accidentally placed a prop and I can't...
You're fine. You're fine. We'll fix it.
I can't seem to figure out how to... Oh, here it is. Okay.
So see,
delete.
since
I
I
got it.
moved
Okay.
this over, we can see that we're perfect. We're perfect top and bottom. So now I'm just going to
Okay.
try my best to center this on here.
Okay, I'm trying to catch up to mimic you, and okay, my prop's at 90 degrees again, so I go to stacking and snapping both off, advanced options, prop rotation, correct? Override world and move the Z to 270, correct?
That's in rotation, right? Not position.
Rotation, yes.
Yeah, whatever that 90 degrees is, put that in there. But now, since I placed that straightaway, I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to kind of like copy what you're doing a little bit so that we don't get it fucked up. And I'm going to teach you some fundamentals about building a platform, because that's kind of, even though we're an hour into the stream here, that's kind of something I missed in the beginning. So standard platforms are going to be built with the stunt building blocks, and we're going to use the biggest one.
I'm gonna back up and start completely over again then. Okay. And
you don't need to drive the track and do the back path recording. You don't really.
How do I just go all the way back to the main menu? How do I start over?
You could delete all props. Have you what?
Placement.
Delete options.
Props. No. Delete options. Okay. Delete all props. Okay. So let's go to a place that's easy to work with, not the docks maybe? Or is the docks not a bad idea?
I think there's too many lights too close, honestly, here.
Okay.
But let's try.
So what do you suggest?
So we're going to go to the biggest one here. Now this first one is gray. We're going to get our
Do you want
to
okay. So my world heading is different from your. My camera, I guess, is different from yours. So let me mimic what you're doing. Okay. How do I get rid of the freaking driver track fucking thing? That's still on my screen. Race details.
Delete. No. Go into, race details towards the bottom, path recording options, clear all paths right there.
Clear all paths. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now I have a blank thing, I have nothing, and I am mimicking you, but I don't know what building you're at. Where is that? Okay, I got it.
Okay, let's just use this one. This is an easy one, right?
Okay.
So, this one, we only need one platform. See that? So all I'm going to do is use the edge. I'm going to switch this to like a brighter color, a solid color like that. Now I'm going to use the top edge to line up with that little strut in between that connects them. See that?
All right, you switched over to the boobies. Let me just mirror what you're doing. Okay. So then placement, props, and you went to the blocks.
Now our numbers will be exactly the same here. I'm glad we're redoing this. Our numbers will be
right. It's exactly
identical.
My point.
So see how I'm just kind of using the top edge of it to like get that somewhat lined up with it. That's what you want to do. Just L1 and R1 until it looks pretty much close, right?
Let me catch up with you. Okay. So change. I'm even gonna fucking change to orange. Okay. My block is cockeyed again. So let me raise the elevation. Okay, now it's flat. Okay, so I'm gonna change my camera. Okay, now I have your camera, and you got. All right, I had A cups. Let me move to B cups. Okay, so that line on the right titty there, is using that for a frame of reference?
Not really, but we could lift it up to that line if you want. Right there.
Okay.
Just covering it, I guess. So now I'm just using the top side in the middle. I'm just moving it down and looking to see if it's about right. I would say one click to the left a little bit, right there. Okay, so now I'm just going to move it to the middle, like dead center, and place
Dead
it.
center of what? Wait, dead center of what?
Of like where the strut is, but don't go over the strut because it'll lift it.
Okay, so I'm using the strut as an alignment thing there, but you said under the strut though?
Yeah, see, I'm totally top-down view. Totally top-down.
I can't get that 90 degree. Maybe I guess I do. Okay.
Yeah, pull the stick
So
down.
using.
So we're center of the strut, essentially. We're right here, right? Now we're going to advanced options, override position, check the box. We're going to switch it to world, because in world, Z is still up and down. It's still going to rotate the height, right? And now look at my height. It's 33.535. Get to that height.
Okay. Advanced options, position, override, world, and your height is 33 point what?
535.
Okay.
We'll make it easier. 33.5. I'll just lower it. Fine, adjust, hold the square. 33.5. Looks like we still got nice access with the stairs here.
All right. I'm no longer. I'm not. Does it? Yeah. So I want to be. So what's my reference point to be square on the titties, or does that not even matter?
I think we could run with the number, but let's just get the height right first, and then we'll go figure out what that number is.
Okay, I'm at 35.500.
33.5.
33.500.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, well, so we'll leave that there. We'll go into override, lock it in.
What does that mean? Okay. You're
Check
still
the
on the
box.
Z-axis on my screen. Check the box. Okay. Box is checked. Now I back.
So it should be at 0.
Yes, it says 0.
Okay, so now place it. There's our base.
So I'll go back up to prop and but my square not being square, let's use the freeway as an example.
No,
I'm not.
We made it square. All our numbers match. Everything is identical.
Okay, I don't think so. Go back to your advanced options, please.
It's at 0. 360 is 0.
Okay, so no, my shit moved. All right.
I picked up the prop and dropped it to get the same world heading.
Okay, talking about the very first block there. So I went back to override position and it was not at 33.5 anymore. So I'm putting it back at 33.5.
Wait, you picked it up?
No, I never placed it in the first place.
Okay. 33.5,
okay, so I'm at 30.
0, and then.
Okay, what's Y?
0. Y is probably gonna. I couldn't really tell you now. I mean, I already placed it. Hold on. So are we override position right now?
Yes.
World?
Yes.
Negative 2,760.102.
Okay, I was close to you. All right, now what is X?
Well, actually, no. I don't think these numbers aren't going to be the same because it's not exactly in the same spot. Hold on.
Right, that's my problem, right? I want a 0.102, and then X is, okay, now X is, I think, the one that I'm not matching you. 442, what did that say?
Hold on.
No.
Yeah, that's not going to be right because I'm placing a prop that's adjacent to it.
Right. So
the numbers
I'm still
are not
trying
the
to
same.
correctly place that first one.
So the numbers will be about this. Yeah, 341.796 for X. Override position world.
Okay, 341.796, 2760.102, 33.500. Correct?
No.
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 Okay. So I press circle to back out of this tree?
No, you should just X and place it. Walk away.
But if I... Okay. Okay, placed. So I'm still in the override position screen, so I back out of it.
Yeah, and then you should have a block that looks exactly like this.
Yes.
Okay, so now when we go into place another prop, it's going to be the same prop, same color, same world heading. You see this? It's already it's already at that number, and we know our number is 0. So this is going to make it very easy. What 0 means is basically this is facing exactly north and south. Exactly.
Okay, so you went into props, and then all you did is change it from orange to green.
Yeah, because now you can see it's the same prop, same orientation.
Stacking is on.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you just scrolled over until it went into place, or?
No, we're not placing this. I'm just showing you this.
Okay.
As soon as you place a prop, the next prop will be the same exact prop, same exact world heading. So now from here, we just simply switch it to set pieces down to the left, and we're going to get that 90 degrees again. So all we have to do is set it to 90 degrees because we're at 0. So set Z and override rotation on world to 90.
Okay, so you went to set pieces, and then you're at the airplane track, and then you went to advanced. Is your prop stacking ST on?
Yes. Advanced options, so override, rotation, check it, lock it in.
Rotation, check it. It's on world, and
90.
We go to 90. Okay. Okay, I'm at 90, and it doesn't line up.
So it'd be a screenshot.
All right.
I'm going to set the value to 357. That'll be the 3 degrees there.
.0. Okay.
Yeah, why does it look like it's not lining up?
That's what I'm asking you. So I clearly missed a step or did something wrong.
No, mine looks the same. Look. The two humps don't line up. But if you look
at... So it's just a visual thing?
No. If you look at the gap between the stunt plane runway and your orange piece, those are exactly lined up. They are. So don't worry about that. Now we're going to set this to 357. That's our 3 degree bank. We're going to bring this out from here. There now. Defensible space is what I call it. So we want to bring it out from there maybe like 3-4 car length wide or car width. That should be good.
Okay, go to your position and what my elevation is not the same as yours.
Okay, so all I'm doing is just slamming it down onto the track. Once it's at 357, and yours is banking the right way, right? With the hill on the outside?
Let me change my camera to look at it. Yeah, it is. Now I gotta put it back. Oh, wow, okay. All right, so now I'm at, okay. So now I have that, and I have it above, I have it, the elevation above the track. Now you just lower it until it steps into place?
Lower it till it's touching the track, and then go to override position, local, and lock that in. So now, if you look at it, I would say this is far enough away from the track for it not to be an issue. But I'm going to give it a little more just to be safe. Now, I didn't set my reference prop here, so that could be an issue, but I'll show you how to fix it, and I'm going to guess how far the Y needs to go in. I'm just going to guess a length here. Something like that. And I'm actually going to shuffle it to one side real quick so I can fix it. Okay. So I'm going to place that there. And then go back into our stunt raised track. Down to the left 8. Stunt track wide straight. Now this should be... It's going to be 90 degrees, so we're just going to go back in, advanced options, override rotation, check the box, set it to 0.
Okay, I am a couple of steps behind you because I somehow had to realign the 90 degree again. So I'm elevating my track so it's just above the piece. I'm going to 370 now.
There's no 370. What do you mean? 270?
The x-axis was 347.
357 would be 3 degrees.
57. Okay.
Yeah, but you want to rotate it to 0 to get it to where the road lines up like this before you bank it. So when you bank it, it's going to be the Y value, not the X now. And it's going to go, yeah, 357.
Okay, so it's at 0. So now I need to go back and make sure that it's lined up. And my camera is... Switch camera. What are my choices? No, I don't have a choice. Okay. I can't get a level camera view with the track. How do I do that?
Well, you can't get a 90 degree view. You can get almost a 90. But when you flip it up all the way over horizontal, it won't be. So after you get that angled 3 degrees, you drop it down in, right? Override position, Z value, drop it in. And then you're kind of you're just going to manipulate the X and Z.
Okay. I have the level pretty level, I think. So now I'm going to go to 370 or 357.
Then drop it back, drop it in with the fast technique I showed you, R3 and triangle. And then you're just going to line it up. If you look at the stream, how I got, the inside of that white line right there.
Oh, okay, let me stop you. So I'm at 357. I'm going to uncheck the box and override. No. Okay.
You're almost never going to uncheck the box. And I only had you uncheck the box that one time because you accidentally... When you're manipulating the props like this, you always override the rotation because that allows you to move the prop around. You get it the angle you need, and then you roughly get it in the position you need, and then you go and lock it in. So I only had you uncheck it because you checked it a little prematurely. That was it.
Got it. Okay. All right, so I have it to where my rumble strip is just barely gone.
Okay, so what you want to do here is adjust the height first. Adjust the height. So get the height to where you see this line match. So
you switched over to position.
And then local.
And you're on the X value.
Local. And then on Z.
Yes, local and on Z. Okay, and what's your number on Z? It's not giving a number, is it? Okay.
You have to switch it back to, you have to adjust it with local and then switch it back to fucking world. But if you, I think world actually, world will be fine for Z, 15.569.
I'm at 34.9.
And you're on the track like this?
Zoom out with your camera. Not exactly.
Well, I mean, if you're on the track, you should be lining up pretty right.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Get
I
your.
would say don't even look at the numbers, man. Just, drop
Okay.
it down until, you get this line, hold square, fine adjust. You get that
All right.
line
Check your
nice.
phone for me and just give me a reassurance that I'm.
I don't see anything.
Give it a second. Sometimes it takes a second. If you
Oh, yeah, you're still
reload it.
placing that piece?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so lower that down until the rumble strips disappear, and then shuffle it over to where the edge of it is just on like the edge of that round piece on the inside, because you're gonna have to replace that prop anyways. So just bury the rumble strips, shift it
Okay.
over.
I can get the prop to move. Oh, here it goes. Okay. I think I placed it.
That's
It won't
fine.
move.
That's fine.
Okay.
It don't even
Okay.
matter. Here,
Okay.
I'll even
All right.
I'll even place this one again to show you it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So go over to raise stunt track wide straight. Override, your rotation. Get it to 350, 357 on the Y.
Okay. Hold on. I'm too. I was changing the wrong category. Stunt race track, and you're on which piece? The
Wide
plane?
straight.
Wide straight, okay. Stunt track, wide link. Okay, that's fine.
Wide straight.
Stunt track, wide straight. I got it. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, night night, buddy. All right, so stacking is on, snapping is off. I'm going to override position, check the box, move it to local.
No, override
Go on to
rotation
Z.
first.
Override. Okay, override
Rotation.
rotation.
You can uncheck the box on position too.
Okay. All right, so rotation.
Lock it in. The Y value
go
357.
It's changed. Oh, okay. Duh. All right,
So
my elevation is way high. You know where I'm at, right? The bottom of the raised platform is what's on my surface.
Yeah, so
right
just try to line it up with your stunt track, where the stunt track meets the platform, your stunt plane runway there, and then override position, Z value, drop it down with the triangle and R3.
Yo, don't you tell Mom when the clothes on.
Okay. Okay. It won't let me lower the track any further.
Z value to the left.
I already have the track in the water. All right, I'm on the wrong side of the boobies as you. Let me move to the same side as you.
Did you rotate it to 90 or 0? Because the track
No,
it's
at
the right way.
It's at 0. I'm at 357, and then I need to go. I'm still in rotation though. I need to go over to position. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, position. Check
Adjust
the
your height
box.
first. Z. Yeah.
World or
Z.
local?
I don't think it matters. For the Z value, you're just raising it up and down, so it won't matter really.
Okay. So
you
15.6.
will actually just switch it to fucking local, because you're going to have to move it on a slot, and that's only in local. So, yeah, local.
All right, so I'm moving mine to 15.6.
My numbers are going to be different from yours because where you place your runway is going to vary. So keep that in mind. Don't you can't rely on my numbers at this point. What you're looking for.
I'm placed. My runway is it's not here. Apparently, I never placed it.
That's fine. Just place this down anyways, because you're going to need to replace the stunt plane runway. So just get this down like you see mine here, where you just have, it's going to be local. So you're just going to have to where that white line is just buried, one click inside it. You'll see the rumble strips on the bottom, And this is going to be our reference prop here. So once you get that all perfect like this and place it, let me know and we'll move on to the next one.
What is your Y is 0, correct?
Yeah, there should be no pitch in it whatsoever. It should be flat. Should only have a roll.
Okay. The numbers move so quickly, it's...
Yeah, you really can't look at the numbers all the time.
Okay.
Sometimes it's just a visual, you know, line shit up, make sure it looks right, and all the lines connect, and then call it good. You're not always going to be able to look at the numbers.
Okay. And, okay, so I am about to place the wide straight track.
As your reference, you got it to where it looks like this, right? We got that white line just like that.
Placing it right on the edge of the... Okay, apparently I already placed it. It's not moving.
Yeah, just remember when you hit X in override, rotation, or position, it will place it immediately.
Okay, so how do I... So I press circle. Okay, now it's gone. Props. God damn it.
So once we get that reference prop in there, you're just going to pick the stunt plane runway up and tilt it over and drop it back in so that the edge of it lines up with the edge of that white line on the raised stunt track wide straight piece. Copy?
Okay, so when I hit X to go to advanced options, it's going to place the piece?
No. You have to lock in the box to initiate the advanced options, to, you know, the override. And then if you hit X after that on any of the values, it will place it.
Okay.
If you hit X on anything, alignment, anything but the box or reset.
Okay. All right, my frame of reference piece is, right now the rumble strips are visible, the track is not. I'm going to move it back up 1 square.
The rumble strips will be visible. They will be.
Okay, but okay. Okay, so it won't move. Does that mean I placed it again somehow?
I guess.
No, I still have the place option at the bottom of the screen.
Well, can you move any of the values in override?
I'm on local, and I can change. Yeah, I can turn the values on and off. So Z value. It won't move. And is local the correct place?
Yeah, definitely.
For the position? Okay, I'm on Z value. Oh, it says clamp is Z value. I don't know what that means. Okay.
Yeah, don't fuck with any of that.
Okay. Okay, so now I have it to where the rumble strips are visible, not the track. I'm going to move it up
line
1.
Just buried, right?
Yes. Okay, now I'm not on the edge of my orange piece though, so that's the...
Doesn't matter. The orange piece is merely temporary. As long as your track is like you see here, you know, far enough away from the stuff. You'll be fine.
So I just placed it. Okay, so now I'm going to back out of the override position, screen,
Yeah,
and
and
I'm
you want to
back
get your
at
stunt.
props, and I want to go to the plane track now.
Yeah, and you should have the same world heading, so you should be able to just tilt that at 3 or 57, drop it in there, and get it lined up perfectly. Just remember, you want to get every single, you want to get every single value adjusted before you place it.
Wait, is it raised track is the category?
No, it's stunt set pieces.
I apologize for making you repeat yourself.
That's fine.
Think about it this way. If anyone watches this video and still asks a bunch of dumb questions, tell them to watch the video again and pay attention to what Tony says. Tony asked all the dumb questions. Okay, now I'm on the plane, but it's at 90 degrees wrong.
Yeah, that's going to happen. So just,
Okay.
rotate it the other way. What, 0?
Rotation, click the box, leave it on world.
Yeah, for rotation always.
Okay, but 0 doesn't, 0 has me at 90 degrees to my track.
Then switch it to 90.
Okay, obviously, what a stupid. So what you're saying is that the reason they're different is because they're not the same? That was funny. Okay, all right, so my height is not correct, so I'm going to go to X.
Drop it down, make sure it's rotated at your 3 degrees.
Okay, now I'm going to go to position, and height is Z.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I need to change it to world.
What are you changing the world?
My plane track. No? I'm moving the plane track on position. It was above my orange block.
Yeah, I would set it to local for position.
Okay. Local. Okay. And now, okay, I'm not lined up with my guide piece still. So I need to move it. Okay, I got it. Okay, now you lined up the white line on the inside of the rumble strip. That was your guide, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, so now back to Z. Okay, now I'm going to go back to rotation. I'm at 3, so that's good. Back to position, back to Z. Okay. Now I'm wider than my orange base. Is that correct?
What do you mean wider? No, you got to shuffle it down before you place it so that the exact, white line to white line matches, and your track width
like
is
a moron,
exactly the same.
I'm lining up the wrong side. Okay. Okay, obviously.
A little bit smaller.
Okay. Okay, so the part of your screen that's pink and green right there with the stars, is that on the orange or is that off the orange?
That's touching the orange. It's angled over, so it should be pretty easy to touch the orange.
Okay. Okay, so I'm placing the runway.
The straightaway? Let me see that.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out. Yeah. Okay, so I just placed it and I'm zooming out. Okay. I was removing the ghost image of the next piece it went into place. There you go. Jesus, you've already got a fucking full circle made? What an asshole. Okay, so I want to make the corner now?
You want to place the other straightaway. So let me, you sent me a picture of that?
Yep. So should I have a guide piece on both sides of my orange?
No.
Both sides of it? Okay.
No, you only need it for one side because once you get that straightaway in, I'm going to teach you how to template it and swing it around and place it on the other side easy. Okay, that looks perfect. Good height. The only problem I would say with that is, first of all, now you can go and delete. Go around to the side so you see that chunk of the raised stunt track hanging out, and just make sure you're hovering over it, prop stacking off, and delete it. Because you don't need that guide prop anymore.
Okay.
Your banking is touching the orange there, right?
I just deleted the wrong piece. Can I put it back?
No. Which piece did you delete?
I just deleted the airplane piece. Let me.
Oh, you're gonna have to replace it.
Okay, let me show you. Because my guide piece doesn't hang over, and
Yeah. You go around to the side because it's a large piece. So when you go around to the side, you'll see that piece sticking down, and you just go down, hover it over it, prop stacking off, and it should perfectly, let you select it. Son of a bitch. Motherfucker. I knew I was gonna have to do that shit too.
okay, no, it's okay. I got it. I'm gonna change the fucking color so I don't make that mistake again.
Prop stacking off, hover over L1 or R1.
Oh, that's faster. Okay, I haven't been using L1 and R1 at all. That seems to be a downfall.
Why?
Because I see how much faster it is to move the pieces around. Now, I'm not manipulating the piece at the end of it the way you are. Is that something that I'm doing here that you're not?
What do you mean at the end of it?
You're controlling, oh, no, yeah, I'm my cursor is about in the center of the prop. Your cursor seems to be at the end of the prop so you can see the edges.
End of what prop exactly?
Well, in this case, end of the airplane prop.
Yeah, I just shuffled it over.
Wait, okay, what is shuffle? The word
There's a
shuffle is
value
not...
that'll, shift it left or right when you're in override position, local.
Right position, local.
It's like X or Y.
So X. That's shifting the cursor on the prop?
No,
That's
are
shifting
you
the whole
talking about
prop,
like
right?
when I made the prop template, or?
I think so. Oh, I see how you did it. Okay.
Well, once you get that straightaway placed, let me know, because we'll make a template and basically make the exact same, make the straightaway a template so we can just flip it around and place it on the other side. And then we can use that same exact template with the same exact width of the track we need to make the swinging arm template for the corners. How you doing?
I'm for some reason having the dumbest fucking time just getting the elevation.
Well, adjust the height first and then adjust it in the slot. 0.24 it says. "11 seconds in a stock hot ring." 10 seconds. Really low 11s.
On your rotation type, do you move that around, or do you pretty much always have that on one way?
World usually.
Okay.
9 seconds in the stock Shotaro.
That's badass. That's what I'm talking about.
I could shorten up the straightaways even.
I just finally figured out how to make the camera show me what the fuck I want to see.
.3 seconds.
Okay. Place. Okay, now I'm going to back all the way out to the main screen where it says race details. So there's no doubt this piece has been placed. All right. Here is my homework, Professor. All right, so now the next step for me to do, I'll wait till you look at the picture, and then, and I'm on the menu that's in the picture, so.
Yeah, 9 seconds. Let's see if maybe I can make these a little straighter. Like the starting grid barely fits on here. I'm gonna see if I can do like 6'5". Area message clear.
Does the default class, does that dictate what test vehicles I'm going to use?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can. Does the default class indicate what test vehicle I'm going to use?
Yeah, and also what's the class that will show up when somebody races there?
Okay.
Top 53 to 6. So that's 47 fucking props.
Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is make a template, right?
Yeah, I'll show it to you right now. Okay, so go into props, into containers, down left, small red.
Okay, placement, props, containers. Category is containers.
Down left, small red container.
Small red container, got it.
Okay. Now you're going to place it right here in front of the straightaway.
Okay, on the inside.
Place it there.
Does the orientation matter?
No.
Okay. Does it need to be touching the straightaway?
No.
Okay.
Place it. Go up to the left, 2 templates. Create template.
Place it. Go up to the left. Where did you? Are you on advanced options?
No.
Oh, up to the containers. Okay, to the left.
To the template. Is create new template.
Template. Create new template.
Select the container
Select prop.
first.
Okay.
Then the straightaway.
And then save.
Yeah, save template and just put like 1 letter in there. What's up, O'Shiel? Just put 1 letter, and that's all you need to save it. So now when you have that, you're gonna rotate it to the other side over here, okay? And how you know it's gonna be straight is you're gonna use this other straightaway as a reference. See that's a little crooked? I mean, you want to give it just baby clicks until it's like right there. See that?
Okay.
That's what you want to see. Once you get it perfect like that, and you use
the original container as to line it up.
The straightaway you just placed, yeah. Use that as a reference. Right here, you can see the orange gap. Just make sure that's even. Just like that. And then you can go over here and place it on the other side.
Okay.
If we were to place this, talk about a tight corner.
I think my container is in the center of my track.
Has to be on the flat, on the platform.
It is on the platform. But as I move the template around, the container's in the center of the track. Do I not care about that?
It just has to be on the flat. Make sure it's lined up and shift it over to the other side. It should be good. got the straightaway placed?
No, I'm trying to make sure that it's square with the old straightaway. Okay, placed.
Okay, and then this is going to take a while, but you're going to... I had to make like 3 different templates. You're going to try to guess like the middle of this. Like, basically you can use this is the template you used, right? To make that fucking, the straightaway,
Yeah.
place it, right? So all you want to do is just kind of visually place it 90 here, and then place it, prop stacking off, X to pick this up, prop stacking on, advanced options, check the box.
Okay,
I'll wait for you here.
Okay. So line it. Eyeball it at 90 degrees.
Stay top down view over this container.
Yes.
Place it.
Okay.
Prop stacking off, pick up the container. Prop stacking on, make sure it's lowered down on the track with R3. Don't move it at all. Override position, check the box.
Okay. So I placed it, prop stacking off. I'm zeroed in on the container, so I click to edit.
Pick it up, prop stacking on, and
Prop stacking on, and then rotate it.
no, don't touch it. Make sure it's
okay.
Override position, lock the box.
Override position, check the box.
Okay, now I'm on the Y value.
It's on local.
Yeah,
Y value.
Yeah, you want a local.
Okay.
So what I'm just gonna do is move it out, right? We need these 2 straightaways to match. So this is going to be some guess and check here. Okay, I'm just going to place it kind of far away. Back into templates, create a new one. Always select the container first, then the banking. Save it, 1 letter, save.
Wait, when I went to move my cursor, my box didn't move like yours did. Can you back up a step, please?
Well, okay.
Okay. I clicked on the box.
Okay, here's the template again. We'll go from scratch. Here's the template you use for the straightaway. We're staying hovered over this top-down view. We place it. Prop stacking off. Pick it up. Prop stacking on. Override position. Check the box. Now we're just going to move it out away from it.
Okay, well, when I click on the box, it doesn't say prop stacking off. It doesn't say template. It says cabins.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Well, it should say containers, but yeah, pick it up, prop stacking on, advanced options, check the box, and you're just going to shuffle it out away from that banking to make it swinging arm template. Once you're there, you're just going to go in and make a template out of that with the container first. And the
Okay, now the container moved. Okay. Okay, so you moved it down to the middle, and what did you do? What was your next step? The track isn't moving with my container.
No, it's just the container. You cannot override on templates. Templates only have manipulation of you moving it like this, like this.
Oh, okay. So move the container, and then place it, and then prop stacking off again?
No, leave that alone.
Okay.
You're just going to go into templates, create new, select your container, and then your banking.
Is templates a category?
Yes.
Okay. There it is. Okay. And then what did you do once you were in templates?
Create new.
Create templates.
Yeah.
Create new template.
Yep.
Select
container,
prop. Okay.
and then select the banking, give it one letter, save it.
Okay. Then back, it says both my containers are named nil.
Yeah, it's
No,
fine.
I mean.
Doesn't matter. And then you're going to go back to that. You're going to go back
I'm going
to
to go
that
down
template.
to the other end of the track, right?
Yeah, you're going to basically merge these two track points. So you're going to switch to that template and then line up one side with the banking. Now, I switched the colors so you can have some contrast. So if you want to do that, switch it to off and then L1 to R1 to change it.
You off, allow prop stacking, switch to off. And
Yeah,
then
then
L1,
change
R1.
the color of like the banking pieces, that the straightaways that you're going to connect. So that way, when you come in with your corner, you know the contrast. So once you get those straightaways changed in color, you're going to do like I'm doing here, and you just want to get it lined up with L1 and R1. That looks pretty well lined up.
Okay, so after I'm done fucking with the colors, put it back on. Okay. Let me get it pretty well lined up.
And then once it's merged in, like you see the stars are merging each other, we're going to swing it around and see what it looks like. Now, you can see here, it's not right. We're going to have to adjust the template and remake it. So it's very easy to do. We're going to rinse and repeat the process that we already did. So if you made your template about the same size as mine, you see it's way short. When it swings around to this side, it should connect with the track, but it's like 10 feet away. So remember, however far we move this container, that will, we take that distance and times it by 2, and that's the difference it'll make in the size of the corner. So if we move it 5 feet, it's going to make the corner 10 feet further out.
Okay, and the reason I'm eyeballing it is for speed and convenience, or can I not use the precise degrees for this?
You cannot override in templates. You cannot.
Okay. So
basically all you do to eyeball it is you get it to one side, right? And then just merge it in and out. So I'm just moving it in and out. Merging it in and out, and then just rotating it, and then keep merging it in and out. So you see, like, it's going to take slight, very, very minute clicks. But once you get it to where it's like that, then you move it in and out, and you see the colors change all at once. So then you get like try to get like the stars. You can just barely move your stick, get all the stars merged together, then you know it's perfectly in there. Then you could swing it and see exactly how far away. Okay, we're about 10 feet away on the rumble strips. So once you're there, let me know, because I gotta actually stop this. I'm gonna teach you how to get the corner piece in, but I gotta go.
Okay.
I've been on this live stream for over 2 hours.
yeah, no, I appreciate it sincerely. Whenever you got to go, you just fucking say so. Because I got plenty to fuck with, and
I'm sure you do.
okay, so
see here, we're 10 feet away. So how we remade this template, so we're top down view, we're looking over the container. We place the container, prop stacking off, pick it up, prop stacking on, and then we just check the box in override position, and we're going to shuffle it out about 5 feet or so. Boom. And then we're going to place it again, go back into templates, and remake this as a new template, and then try again. Get it lined up visually, swing it over the other side. Does it connect? It took me like four or five tries at this stage just to get it to match up. There's really not an exact way unless you like put a building block from straightaway to straightaway, count the blocks, go in the center. I mean, it's like a headache. You can do it, but I don't know. It seems like guessing and checking might be easier.
No, I hear you. I hear you. Now, how do I decide what the appropriate banking is for my corner? Because it's not still 3, is it?
Yeah, no, this is still the
Oh, it is?
straightaway, which
Okay.
is 3. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm just going to merge it in again
Okay.
once I remade the template, and then do another little. Now it looks like, yeah, it's still a little too shy. So yeah, just, place that template, prop stacking off, pick it up, prop stacking on, drop it down, advanced options, make sure you get the one that shuffles it out. But after you get it to where they basically line up, you're just going to get it to where it lines up on one side. Give it about 2 clicks with L1 or R1, place it square to delete this container, L1 or R1 another couple clicks, place it square to delete the container, and rinse and repeat. And that's how you can make the corner. So hopefully I've given you enough to at least attempt to make the corner tonight. Let me know how it goes. Keep me
Absolutely.
updated.
Okay, now is there, like when you're writing a fucking a college fucking Word program, if you don't stop and save every now and then, power goes out, you're screwed. So is there a way for me to stop and save every now and then? So if I hit delete
Yes.
accidentally?
Yes. I would do it at every milestone. So, you get the straightaways in, save it. You swing a corner in, save it.
There is save. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. All right, buddy. I appreciate your help, and I can go back and listen to myself be a fucking moron on this live stream if I forget anything. So, thanks for your help, man. And
gonna end the stream here, guys. Mozilla signing out. Be sure to like, subscribe, turn the notifications on, and if you're looking for premium quality custom content on GTA Online for PS4, simply search RMOB, RMOB. With that, I'm out.